101 with your boy Coach C. Today we're going to be doing a ball review of the GB5. Now, I'm a big fan of the GB4s, so the GB5s only make sense. It's a solid 2.51 RG, difference point 043. Beautiful, beautiful line. I like the GB4 Pearl, the GB4 Solid. I was a big fan. So, it only makes sense that I'm going to throw this ball. So, with that being said, the numbers will be up here. What do I expect from it? I expect it to be strong. I do. Remember, I'm throwing 14-pound balls, so that's why the numbers are a little bit skewed. So remember, guys, before you say, Coach C, them are wrong numbers. No, they're not. They're numbers for 14 pounds. I'm looking to give away some stuff. I'm moving balls every day. If you want to come on the challenge like my boy Thomas is going to, make sure you email me so that we can set up a time and place. Or you can hit me up also on Facebook, on the Instagram. Bad Bad Bowling 101 on Facebook. And then you have the Coach C thing with it. And you can privately message me in there. Let me know when we can set up a time. And go from there, okay, guys? Hey, your jerseys, make sure you get them, man. Bad Bad Bowling jerseys. I mean, hello. Your design will be your own, and we can even put it in the sale thing to let people buy your jersey if your design is sweet, okay? So, with that being said, here's the layout right here. Here's the fingers. The layout is 65 by 3.5 by 30. There we go. Your CG here. It's symmetrical. So, all right, so we're going to throw from 17, which means I'm going to have to be up the back of it. I should probably do this more in league, being up the back of it, but I'm not a big fan. I should be a fan of it, right? But for some reason, I'm just not being up the back of the ball. I know, because I plan on going to regional tour this year, I'm going to have to utilize that, but not so much. Not so much. Alrighty. Here we go. Our second shot from 17, which will give you our first movie quote of the day. The first movie quote of the day is going to be, on any given Sunday, you're going to win or you're going to lose. Alright, back to 17. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of being behind it all the way like this, but I'm not bad at it. I just don't utilize it enough. Oh, look at that. That might be more speed on my behalf. So, let's do another one to find out. Like I said, I don't utilize this enough. Alright, so back to 17. Movie quote. On any given day, you're going to win or you're going to lose. Alright. Well, okay. Sometimes it happens. But the ball's pretty strong, though. So, GB5. So, it comes out the box at 500 and then 1500. So, it's really, really strong surface. I would probably add a little surface to it to try to blend it out a little bit. But we'll see how it looks before we think about that, though. That wasn't so bad, now was it? So yeah, before we'll think about it, we'll use it, see how it looks as we get left, and then if we need to, take the surface, alter the surface a little bit, we will. All right, so let's get a couple more from 17. I mean, couple more right up the back. Okay, that was a miss by me. That was more up 9-ish. I should have been more up 5. It happens, though. But missing is not a bad thing because all of us miss. And the thing about a review is we're trying to see how the ball's going to react when we miss. So let's get our last one from 17. There we go. See, when you don't miss, good things happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide over 4. We're going to go 4 left. We'll jump over to 21. And we're still going to try to stay up the back of it just to see how it shapes from there. And then we'll make any adjustments that we need. All right, let's get this first one. Let's get the first shot done. I didn't think that was going to make the turn, guys. But it made the turn, so far so good. So far so good. I mean, we might want to put a little tilt into it, but let's check it out though. All right. So, second shot from 21. Remember, guys, we're going to stay up the back of it still. So that brings us to our movie quote. Our next movie quote. Our next movie quote is as follows. I'm Bugsy Siegel. Have you ever heard of me? That's going to be a tough one, guys. I hope you guys are ready. Hey, ho, hey, ho. Not a bad shot. Not a bad shot at all. Okay, so far so good. And just think, we're not even putting any hand into it yet. Not yet. Not yet at all. I'm Bugsy Siegel. You ever hear me? I put a little bit into it, so I adjusted the angle just a hair. I just wanted to see how it read. If it was a little earlier, if it was going to be a bit sharper, but not bad at all. Now think about it, guys. For a symmetrical solid, $130 something odd dollars. Can you really beat the value of that? I don't know. All right, let's do it again. I mean, seriously, can you beat the value? I mean, everybody wants a big engine solid, right? That's symmetrical, where you can be like $199 for this or for that. $139? Can you really beat that? I mean, seriously. So, I'm just saying. All right, let's get a couple more from here, and then let's move a little bit left. I mean, you got to start asking yourself what bang for buck value. Trouble brewing. Oh, it gets there anyway. I'm just saying. Yeah, you got to ask yourself that, right? You seriously at some point got to start looking at value, right? Value. Now, if you're gonna get a big engine ASIM, okay, I can see it. All right. So last one from 21. Last one being straight up the back, because then we're gonna make the adjustment, right? And we're gonna move left, so we're gonna get a chance to put a little hand into it. Money in the bank. Okay, so let's go ahead and get left. Let's have a little bit of fun. Now we get to put some hand into it. And I got a movie quote coming up shortly too. So left we shall. So we're at 21. So we're going to move a whole zone over to 26. So let's move over to 26. And now, gents, we get to put some hand into the ball. Not bad. Not bad at all. Wait till you get a load of me. All right, so let's get to our second shot with Mr. GB5, which brings us to our movie quote, by the way. You're like a son to me, Dad. I am your son. I like that one. All right, so back 26, and yes, I am putting a little bit of hand into it. Just a little bit. Oh my goodness. And the 7-pin stands. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wowzer. Wowzer, wowzer. As my homeboy Scooby Doo would say, roll. Alright. Alright, so back to 26. Back to 26. Movie quote is very interesting. You're like a son to me, Dad. I am your son. Alright? Boom. Boom. So, listen, let's get into some serious business, right? When we're looking at bowling balls, you got your ASIMs, your symmetricals. But, I mean, sometimes we place and we stock value in how much something costs. For example, the harsh reality, the absolute power. These balls, yes, they're very quality balls. However, there are balls that are just as good, that are as cheap. You get what I'm saying? Like the Pure Madness. That ball is really overlooked. But it's not overlooked by me. And the price, the bang for your buck, you're definitely getting a lot of value. The Rhino 2, you're getting value. And that's what you gotta look at, how the ball performs. The Widow 3.0, really cheap, ton of value. All right, back to 26. So I want you guys to start focusing on that. Like this GB4, very strong. It's getting through the front pretty well. Turning a corner really, really nicely from the once it hits the dry. But the moral of the story is we want the ball to do what we want it to. So a couple of things have to take place. We need it to be drilled the way we want to, which means your PAP needs to be accurate, not that 5 and 1 up crap. You need to know your tilt. You need to know your rotation. These are things that you need to learn. All right, so we're back to 26. Now remember, I'm not telling you to heckle your pro shop guy, just to get the value. Just to get the value. Bang. Oh, trip forward. So just remember this, right? How your ball, how you want it to read, it's important that you speak up. It's important that you ask questions. Because if you don't ask questions, you don't know the answer, right? So if you go into your pro shop and you ask your guy, hey, what's my PAP? And he tells you it doesn't matter, that's a problem. Or he tells you your tilt don't matter, or your rotation don't matter, that's a problem. Especially when he can get it, and once he get it, he's got it. All right, so last one from 26. Then we're going to go more left. Bang. It all matters. Every inch matters. All right, so now we make the move over to 31. It's a fresh pattern, so there's a ton of oil on the inside. Now we'll get a chance to see how good this baby boy is. Now, do I like it? Yes, I do. Like it a lot, actually. Oh, oh man, that's good shot. Good shot. Love the way that climbed in red. You know what? I'm excited to actually see this on a sports shot. I think that this might be something I could also use on a sports shot. Looks pretty good right now. All right. Back to 31. First shot was relatively nice. I liked it. Didn't carry the 10, but that's okay. Let's see if we can't clean it up a little bit though. Should be good. Oh, didn't make the turn. Maybe I need to get out to the friction a little earlier. But I'm not sad though. I'm not sad if it can't make the turn from 31. Not at all. I think I have to be pretty perfect with it from 31. But here's the catch: with all the oil on the inside like this, it's not fair to give it a bad review or a bad mark. It's holding up where it should, but I'm gonna try to get it to the friction a hair earlier. Nope, missed my mark. My bad. Yeah. All right, so let's see about a couple more shots. Oh, I can see it's gonna take some work, but maybe it's just me. So let's try and slow it down a little bit. Yeah, let's try to slow it down just a hair. That's it. Still not enough. Let's try to slow it down even more. Yeah, let's try to slow it down a little bit more. I mean, gotta slow it down a little bit more. The flare lines on this bad boy is huge from being in all tracking through all that oil. So we'll slow it down a little more and see if that'll help us out. Nope. But I'm not judging it because from 17, from 21 to 26, it was amazing. Absolutely lights out. So we're not going to judge it. We're not going to judge it. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to throw a couple shots two-handed just to see how a bad boy reads. And then we'll call it. And yeah, I think I'm going to start playing around two-handed more often. And even a bonus for anyone that watches two-handed, I'm going to start having a two-hander test balls. One of my sons. Well, that really turned left, didn't it? All right, so one more two-handed, and then we'll call it. All right, so last shot today, guys. We're gonna finish two-handed. So let's go ahead and throw this shot from 31 two-handed, and then we'll go ahead and talk about what we've seen so far today. Got a lot of shape to it, right? Whew. I think I need to maybe be deeper. Let's try to pick the spare up. Let's have a little bit of fun before we leave. Okay, so a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. So, yep, let's try a little deeper. Still no. I got a lot of work to do two-handed, but it's going to be a new journey. And I like challenges. So, with that being said, though, we were here about the GB5 by Ebonite. A solid. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it has a big, huge value. Bang for your buck. Look at the flare lines on that. Can you guys see that? Huge flare line. Okay, so big bang for your buck. You can't go wrong with it. GB5, I don't think you can. Am I going to use it? Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to compare it to my symmetricals and probably a couple of asymmetricals too. And we're going to see if it can dance with the balls in my bag. If it can, then yeah, I'll put it in there. Outstanding ball. You gotta think about it if you're looking for a solid symmetrical. Believe me when I tell you. Now, remember, ball giveaways, jersey giveaways, they're available, and I'm even letting you guys pick the game. If you want to come on and compete, remember, instant message or email. Let me know when, or if I'm going to be near you, you let me know when too. This Coach C, this Bad Bowling. That is the Ebonite GB5. Have a great day.